I understand you children have some state flags for me. Who would like to go first?
We would, Governor Bailey. Team Simpson.
I spearheaded this one.
I'll just unfurl this. Oh! That was my worst unfurling ever!
Another day, another John Cena action figure made from Mattel, man, and I do not understand what is going on, man. I feel like I keep reliving this exact nightmare over and over again.
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it!
So the mystery was finally solved yesterday late, man. It was very late in the day. I want to say near 8, 9, 10 p.m. Something like that late in the night. Ringside Collectibles finally posted up WWE Elite Greatest Hits Series 12. And this is a set that's kind of been a mystery for us for a little bit now. If you guys remember, they posted up the image. We knew who was in this set, but we didn't know exactly what the figures were going to look like. However, we have been talking about WWE Elite Series 127 John Cena, and we even revealed and talked about it on this channel multiple times across different socials that the WWE Elite Series 127 John Cena was going to be based on SummerSlam 2025. And so that is what we were told. I was told by multiple sources. We talked about it. It hadn't been revealed by Mattel officially or ringside or anything like that, but we did tell you that it was going to be SummerSlam 2025. Well, fast forward, we didn't get to see the John Cena at WrestleMania. We didn't get to see the Greatest Hits figure, but leading up to that Greatest Hits, we were under the impression that it would probably be a redo of a Cena we've already seen, but we didn't know entirely. And so, leading up to that, we talked about how Greatest Hit Series 12 was probably, more than likely, going to be these four figures, and we were spot on pretty much all of them except for one. I did say I thought Roman Reigns would be Elite Series 126 or 123, and they ended up going with Elite 123. And then John Cena, we didn't know based off the image that it would be Elite Series 127 or it would be the St. Louis gear that I think they showed off in the promo images to put up this figure for pre-order. But the mystery is solved. This Greatest Hits figure is going to be based off WWE Elite Series 127 John Cena. As far as I know, these are going to be the exact same figure. And I thought we would see Elite Series 127 John Cena first. I'm very shocked we didn't see it at WrestleMania. That figure should have been revealed a long time ago, but it still hasn't. They still haven't shown Elite Series 127 officially, but I can tell you with a pretty high confidence that this is what that figure is going to be. And so this figure is based on SummerSlam 2025. And if you guys remember the top picks John Cena fiasco from last year. Remember, I love and hated the figure. I talked about it in the review, how good it was, yet how inaccurate it was, how bummerific it was because the hat didn't fit, the shirt color wasn't right, they gave him cargo shorts. There was 100 different issues with that figure. They did it yet again with this figure, man. I do not understand why we can't get the shirt colors right. And, you know, you could say that it doesn't really matter all that much, but I think it does matter that much. I think it does matter that much because, I mean, if the shirt color, you can look at the reference images of SummerSlam 2025, and it's clearly a royal blue color, and the figure itself came out navy. It is a navy shirt, whereas if you remember with that top pick shirt, remember it was supposed to be a really dark navy shirt, and it ended up being a black shirt. And they ended up, you know, messing up the colors there. So another John Cena Elite from his retirement tour has come out again, and it's going to be inaccurate. And there's multiple things to discuss with this figure. I will put up different, you know, images of the gear itself and everything like that. But the blue is clearly way too dark. When I first saw the figure pop up on my feed when I was scrolling through Instagram, or when I can't remember, I just opened up the app. It was the first thing that popped up. This Cena, I thought for a second, I was like, oh man, is this the last time is now John Cena in Elite form? Because it looks pretty much identical to that gear because he wore these bands in his last match ever. If you guys remember they had to adjust the entire last time is now Ultimate Edition. Well, this figure looks pretty much identical to that. If you put the figure side by side, they're almost to a T the exact same figure, Elite versus Ultimate. Now they're not, you know, because the blues are so close together here between the Elite and that Ultimate that we're going to be getting, and it's not supposed to be, man. The blue is supposed to be a very, very royal blue, and you can put up many, many different references. You can even look on the back of the packaging, the color of it. And I will say in the WWE shop images, it does look a little darker, but if you go watch the match itself, if you look at the promotional HD images from the event itself, it's a clear blue shirt that is a royal blue or a lighter blue. And this makes this is another John Cena to add to the mishaps. There's just another John Cena to add here. You have that Top Picks Glasgow John Cena that we've talked about. You have this John Cena to talk about. You have the heel turn John Cena that had just a ridiculous amount of issues with the unpainted watch, and we know the saga that is Ultimate Edition Series 31 John Cena, as we know. And so it's almost like his entire retirement tour played out in action figure form over again, because the figures are they're not accurate to what we saw portrayed on television. Now, from this image, you can see that I don't think they gave him cargo shorts. At least I hope not. I'm not seeing that from this image. They did change his head sculpt from the heel turn face or the pissed off face to a baby face run here, which, is pretty good there. The hat will actually fit. I think that's nice. And the towel seems to be accurate and everything like that. Another thing that this figure is missing is a WWE Championship. We're not getting the championship with this figure. Now, I guess in Elite Series 127, we might get the figure with the championship, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I'm trying to look at the Drew McIntyre. He's gonna, from the same set, it is a one-of-one copy of the Elite 123 to the accessories to everything. The Jacob Fatu is the exact same figure with the same accessories. Roman Reigns is the exact same with the shirt and the different hands that he's going to have. So I imagine this is going to be a one-of-one copy of the Elite 127 John Cena, accessories and all. So I don't expect him to get the WWE Championship. And I did talk about this being a thing when they do if they ever do his 17-time champion, Vegas attire in Elite form or in Ultimate form. Remember, we've gotten it in multiple basics. We've still yet to get that memorable, historical, monumental moment in WWE Elite or Ultimate Edition form. But I talk about getting that in the Elite line, and I worry, I talk about it all the time. Well, if you ever get the full John Cena with the shirt, the towel, the hat, the everything, once you throw in all those accessories, it's almost like they never include the championship unless it's an Ultimate Edition, unless it's some sort of far-out exclusive, because I think it's just too much maybe, unless they really dumb down the rest of the set. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least that he's not going to come with the championship. I think that's kind of bummerific as well. And I know that he lost the championship, but we don't even have a good John Cena. Besides that basic in that battle pack, we don't have John Cena's 17-time world championship in figure form just yet, and it's been over a year since it happened. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of that. And I've talked about this many, many times already, but I am worried about getting that figure in Ultimate form anyway, because they're probably going to give him the gigantic torso that they gave the heel turn John Cena. So it's just not looking too great, but I couldn't believe that, again, another shirt is too dark for this John Cena and this SummerSlam matchup. Now, I'm also zooming in on the shoes. I'm pretty sure he wore the exact same shoes that he wore on that Glasgow John Cena. If you guys remember that Top Picks John Cena we've already gotten, that figure had gray shoes, and they did a really good job translating the details of those shoes from the actual shoes to the release of the figure. And they even painted the outsoles of the shoes to make it look like the shoes he actually wore. It was actually really nicely done. Well, on this figure, it looks like the shoes are white. He didn't wear white shoes. He didn't wear white shoes in this matchup. He wore the exact same shoes that he wore on that Glasgow John Cena. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know how that keeps happening, because you can go back and watch the matchup and you can clearly tell the blue color. You can see all these different things. I remember being worried about them just reusing that Glasgow body and, just using the cargo shorts and all and recoloring it and redoing another figure. I'm glad to know that they did fix the shorts. At least it looks like from this angle. It does look like they gave him the flat shorts. But man, I'm disappointed in this figure. If you want to look at the rest of the set though, greatest hits, Jacob Fatu here in Series 12 is going to be Elite 125. Jacob Fatu, we just recently saw this. This is the Royal Rumble gear, I'm pretty sure, in the red and black. We also have, these are all in stock, by the way, at Ringside Collectibles. You can use code MDTOYS to save yourselves 10%. I did go ahead and buy this John Cena so that I could get it in hand to review and showcase and fix up and do all the different things we're going to do with this figure. I didn't need the rest of the set, but we do have Jacob Fatu. We have Elite 123 Drew McIntyre. This is a pretty solid Drew McIntyre. He does come with, the wrench, and he comes with the table. It gets some good accessories in there, and it's a solid Drew McIntyre. It doesn't move the needle a whole lot, but it is there. And then you have the Roman Reigns, which is going to be the Elite 123 Roman Reigns, where they use that old head sculpt. I like the OTC shirt here. I like the gauntlets in terms of the black and red. I don't know why they upgraded the size of the gauntlets or they made them larger. I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but we've already discussed that a little bit already. But another John Cena figure getting messed up here again, man. And it's just, I don't know. I don't have any words, man. It really is frustrating as a Cena collector and as somebody that really wants, the Cenas to look good and everything like that. And it just isn't what the moment was, man. There's these details that we continue to miss on these John Cena figures, and I don't know how that's happening, especially when this is supposed to be the retirement tour. It's supposed to be commemorating his retirement run. It's supposed to be getting these different looks of John Cena. And it seems like most of the time it's not accurate to what we saw on television or what we actually saw play out in real life. So, I don't know, man. As a Cena collector, it's pretty frustrating. I want to know what you guys think of this down below. Are you grabbing it anyway? Are you picking it up? I want to know everything down below in the comment section. But I appreciate you guys so very much. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for today, man. But I wanted to get on here and talk about this new Greatest Hits John Cena. Missing the mark yet again, it seems. But I appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you for watching. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. But I appreciate you. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.